Well, hello people, welcome back to Dublin again, right? I'm on Henry Street here, going on to Mary Street, which they've turned into a pedestrian street, okay? And I'm going to make my way across to an area of Dublin on the north side here called Stoneybatter. So you're all welcome to come along for the walk, okay? So they've only recently pedestrianised this street here, which is called Mary Street, which is cool. There's a church there that's turned into a restaurant. Now you see that there now, it's saying waterproof was €100 on sale for €39. You wonder, like, was it really that price, you know what I mean? But this is a great shop here, all for hiking, all the outdoors, look. Pretty cool. Well, this is Capel Street here, and they've pedestrianised Capel Street here now as well. So I'm going to go kind of north on Capel Street here. So as you can see, this is called the Virgin Mary. It's actually owned by the Virgin Mary. See this pub here called the Black Sheep? Well, the owner of this pub here used to be always called the Black Sheep of the family. That's a joke, my friends, it's a joke. Dublin City Comics. Heroes Cafe. In there. Very funny, look. Family owned, operated and argued over. The King's Inn, very good. An old kind of, the golden, what is it? The golden kind. This is the vessel Sir Francis Drake circumnavigated the world in 1577 to 1580. So, a boat like that. Can you see that on the GoPro, yeah? Cool. So, James Joyce, right? So, here's a picture or thing of James Joyce. As he sat at his desk in the King's Inn, he thought what change those 8 years had brought. So, like, James Joyce was the author of that famous fictional book around Dublin called Ulysses. I've never read it because I stopped reading fiction a long time ago. I only read non-fiction now. So this is Henrietta Street, look, and this is like okay, so this is all what Georgian Dublin, look, see it? All the big windows. Let's go over here. So it's saying here that the plaque on the wall there is saying that Thomas Bryan, 1899 to 1921, executed Irish volunteer, lived here. So I reckon that he was executed during the Civil War, right? Hi. I love all the Georgian type doorways, you know what I mean? But you know what I can't understand is, if you look at these houses here, right? Why was there such big tall windows and tall ceilings in these houses way back? There must have been some reason for it. Like the average ceiling in a house now is 8 foot high, but these were huge. These were, I don't know, maybe 16 foot high. But I love it though. I've no idea what this building here is, but I'll find out and I'll put it up on the video, okay? But it's an impressive looking building, my friends. So it's just saying here, Registry of Deeds. But so it's kind of some kind of an official type building, isn't it? Obviously. So this is called the King's Inn Park. That's what it's called. It's not permitted to litter, cycle, play ball games, bring in any animal without a leash, or to remain in the park outside opening times. Persons who use the park do so at their own risk. So I'd love to know what that building was way back, you know what I mean? It's lovely. So that building over here was erected in 1850. I think that's part of a big bus station, you know, in there.
Yeah, that was there, but I think you got the wrong level, didn't you? That was there.
So this little area here is obviously owned by Bus Éireann, right? But they've torn it into, like, as you can see, leaving it kind of wild. And they have a sign here saying, this soil mound was installed to attract solitary bees. Solitary bees don't make honey like the honeybees. They take one whole year to pass through a complete life cycle and may only survive as adults for a few months. Solitary bees are great pollinators. I love to see that, my friends, love to see that. So this is the Phibsborough bus depot here, look. Private property. and training centre. So these are all the double-decker buses that you'd see all around Dublin. So that's obviously one of the depots for the buses going around Dublin. So I'm walking now through the Grange Gorman campus here in Grange Gorman. It's the technological University of Ireland, right? So we're going to walk straight through this over towards Stoneybatter, okay? Look at these modern buildings they have here. Pretty cool. Yeah, so it's saying on the wall here, Technological University Dublin. A lovely modern building, I like it actually. And here's the old buildings, and I'm sure they're all restored as well on the inside, if you know what I mean. Love the door. Look at this metal design, lovely, isn't it? I like it. Obviously, thing missing off the knocker here, but I like it. So those are obviously old buildings, and they're all renovated on the inside. Now, I love modern architecture as well, you know, so absolutely love these buildings along here, right? Definitely to me that's a 10 out of 10 to the architects who designed these campus buildings here, right? And I love the way, of course, they kept the mature trees. Look, lovely, isn't it? Let's go over and have a look. Oh, that's a gorgeous tree there, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this here. You see these dandelions, right? The bees love the dandelions, so they do. So I'm glad to see that they haven't gone and cut. Oh, actually look, that's a wasp actually. Yeah, they're kind of wasps, I think. Can you see them? Hello, little wasp. The beautiful cherry blossom trees. The only thing about the cherry blossom trees, as soon as it gets windy at all, the leaves fall off very, very easily. But they're beautiful when they're in bloom, you know. So this is a lovely campus here, Grange Gorman campus. Yeah, I like it. I wonder, is this tree dead? No, it's not. I think it's... No, it's not. I see new buds there. And... oh, look, that's cool, isn't it? They've put up the board box on the tree. Very good. So they have an all-weather pitch here on this campus over there, and then they have this big pitch here, Gaelic and soccer, and over there Gaelic and soccer as well. And they've walkways around the whole campus. And then you have these fantastic big modern buildings here. And I love the way they have the plants all along beside the trees, you know, it's lovely. There's the man just walking with his dogs. So this area of the campus, or the colleges or university, is the central quad, it's called. I actually have a niece who's going to university here. A lovely university campus, I have to say. I like it. Once we start to act, hope is everything. Greta Thunberg. That's true, isn't it? Nothing happens unless you act. She gets an awful bad press, doesn't she, that girl, to do with the climate change. But anyway, that's another story, my friends. There's an anti-climb paint. Never knew that in my life, my friends. What does that mean? It'll slide if you try to climb up something or over something? Maybe so. Here we are. TU Dublin School of Creative Arts is delighted to present Here We Are, a collaboration with the Park Shopping Centre, which showcases the work of second year students from the BA Visual Communication Design programme. Students were challenged to create a piece of art that represents the local area. Each image contains a story based on the students' research. That's a cool name for a cafe, the Mad Hatter. Does tea, coffee, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Hair Academy. I'd say that would be a lovely church on the inside. Have a look at. But anyway, look at these houses here. Some for sale, look. Gorgeous, aren't they? Sale agreed and sale agreed in this. They'd cost a fortune just because they're in Dublin here, you know. So it's saying on the plaque here that a woman lived here called a science journalist woman, Mary Mulvihill, 1959 to 2015 lived here. Pioneer in science communication. So there you go. So as you can see, they're using the old phone boxes as defibrillators here. Cool, isn't it? So welcome to Stoneybatter, my friend. Starts here, heading down this way, right? And there's a little cafe just over here. It's called the Little Cactus. But we won't go there, we'll continue on down through Stoneybatter. So it's saying here, Stoneybatter once formed part of the ancient 2nd century road leading from Royal Tara to Glendalough, crossing the river at the ford of the Hordles. The name in Irish, meaning the road of the stones, has over the centuries become anglicised to present to present day Stoneybatter. Okay, cool. Like, isn't that even just so pretty, isn't it? A few tulips and daffodils. And I don't know what the plants in the middle are, but it's just lovely, lovely. Yoga training, my friends, yoga for €69 intro offer. Yoga training clinic, Dublin's favourite well-being hub. Look at them houses across the road, lovely. Loving this walk, my friends, I'm loving it. So I was saying that a guy, a poet called Austin Clarke, lived in this house. He's 1896 to 1974. He was a poet, was born in this house May the 9th, 1896, in there. Look, it's not deadly, look. You see the creeper, look. I don't know where it's getting its sustenance from, but it's in the wall, look. It's fantastic, isn't it? That's so cool, my friend, so cool.
what that's going to be.
There's a place here called the Green Door Bakery. Coffee little shop, lovely. The Green Door Bakery. And there's another lovely Italian deli across the road called Moose. M-O-O-O is said. There's a pub across the street called Tommy O'Gara, a real Irish name, isn't it?
Breakfast or?
Yeah. Well, lunch. Fried call you there as well.
Lovely. Pender's Market here in Stoneybatter. Let's go in here and see if we can get a cup of tea. This is called red velvet cake. So I'm going to try it. This is the life, my friends. This is the life. Oh, this is so relaxing here. So relaxing. You're right, it was gorgeous, that bun. What's it called again? The red velvet. Oh, beautiful. I'll be back again. Yeah, thanks, right. Bye. Right, people, I have to say, that's probably one. A man on his bike, making noise. Look, yeah. Pender's Market here in Stoneybatter, right? That is definitely, I'd say, one of the most relaxing cups of tea I had in a long, long time. So check it out. The little cafe at the back there is called 3 Buttons Cafe. Super cool and really, really nice. There was two women there and they were lovely. So yeah, I sat in that lovely little armchair thing. I think that armchair I was sitting in, you could buy it, you know what I mean? But check it out, Pender's Market. Fantastic. Right people, I'm going up here now to Arbor Hill Cemetery. I was never in it, and I didn't realise, I always thought that the men of the 1916 Rising who were executed in Kilmainham Jail were buried in Glasnevin Cemetery, but they're buried up here in Arbor Hill, and I did not know that, my friends, which is bad form really, isn't it? Look at that, isn't that nice? Right, look at this, just walking down the street here and there's a chair. An old chair, look. That's kind of banjacks, isn't it? Let me see, can I sit in this chair for the crack? I'll probably fall through the seat. Yeah, falling through the seat. But anyway, you can see I sat in a chair, an abandoned chair on Arbour Hill Street here in Dublin City. Right, let's go again. Unfortunate to see this lovely shop front here. The Lilliput Press, established in 1984, it's saying, but it looks like it's completely closed down now. But there were purveyors of fine books and miscellanea. But I like it. There's a cool street there, isn't it? I mean, isn't this cool? Like, this is just like, look at the end of this street here, the house at the end of this street, this house here, right? And there's a tiny little side garden here, and look, they make use of it, look. Isn't that cool? Tulips, daffodils, I don't know what these plants here. Some kind of a border plant there. And if you look up on this side, on the right hand side of the street over here, a lot of the houses, they have flowers like outside their doors. Look at this here now. That one there is sale agreed, look. And another house up here, sale agreed. Now these houses here, my friends, would cost a fortune, because they're here in Dublin, you know. Look at that, isn't that fantastic? Fantastic, my friends. The difference in an area when people put a little bit of effort in, you know what I mean? Like those flowers on the streets, they just enhance this whole street. Love, laughter and friends are always welcome here. That's cool. Because there's an awful lot of people, you know, they don't like anybody calling to them. But they have it on, I mean, they obviously do. Little place here, it's called the United Nations, dedicated to the Irish citizens who died in the service of the United Nations, erected by the Irish United Nations Veterans Association on behalf of the people of Ireland. Lovely little park there, but it's closed, you have it locked. You know something? This is embarrassing because this is my first time ever in Arbour Hill Cemetery, right? First time ever. Been to a lot of places in the world, and I've never been to Arbour Hill Cemetery where what would you call them men? Martyrs? Or no, anyway, you know, the 1916 Rising, and they were executed for proclaiming independence from Britain, you know. Right, so this is the burial plot of the leaders of the 1916 Rising. So there's all the names of the men that were executed, right? Thomas Clark, Sean McDermott, Patrick Pearse, James Connolly, Thomas McDonough, Eamon Cant, Joseph Plunkett, Con Colbert, Edward Daly, Sean Houston, Michael Mallon, John McBride, Michael O'Hanlon and William Pearse. Yeah, so the Easter 1916 burial plot and memorial are located in an open terrace of Wicklow granite in what was once part of Arbor Hill prison. The leaders of the Rising were held at various places in the city, Pearse and Houston at Arbor Hill prison, and were transferred to Kilmainham jail after the court-martial at Richmond Barracks. They were executed from May the 3rd to the 12th, 1916. Their remains were transported to Arbor Hill prison and buried in a pit lined with quicklime in a corner of a parade ground. The 7 signatories of the Proclamation of the Republic, Thomas J. Clark, Sean McDermott, Patrick Pearse, James Connolly, Thomas McDonough, Eamon Cant, Joseph Plunkett and other executed leaders, Con Colbert, Edward Daly, Sean Houston, Michael Mallon, John McBride, Michael O'Hanlon and William Pearse are buried here. So all those men that I just read there, they all died for our freedom from British rule. British ruled over Ireland for 700 years. And these people, you know, sacrificed, well, they probably want to die, but they had the 1916 rebellion and they read out the proclamation there, the Irish proclamation outside the GPO in Dublin, and then subsequently they were court-martialed and shot in Kilmainham jail. So that side there is all in Irish. You see this here? I think this is the actual wording of the proclamation. Was it Patrick Pearse that read this outside the GPO in 1916, right? So this is where all those men were all buried, in here. Certainly a peaceful resting place for those men anyway. Sad, that's sad. Right, see here, this is the museum. This is the museum here, it's a huge big museum. But over here this is the Asgard. It was a yacht, right? And as you can see there, it was a 1914 Hout gun running vessel, conserved, right? So they brought, I don't know whether it was from Germany or where the guns came from, and they came in on this yacht called the Asgard into Hout, and the volunteers, the people took them obviously, and I think they were used during the 1916 Rising. I'm not too sure about that now, but anyway, I don't know if I can fit them in here, we'll see. Right, so that's where that's the Asgard yacht that brought arms into Houthead in 1914. I think they were subsequently used in the 1916 Rising. Anyway, I was stopped there from filming. You can take pictures, but you can't film inside it. I asked him, why can you not film? And he says it's to do with copyright and all that shit, right? Like that just gets up my nose, my friends. Gets up my bloody nose. Anyway, let's walk on some more. Right, so anyway, I'm walking back down now to get some more tea or somewhere, a coffee, close to Henry Street or somewhere, right? But yeah, you see, I know there has to be rules and regulations, right? But that Asgard yacht there belongs to us, the people. Everything in that museum belongs to us, the people. You know what I mean? The people's taxes is paying for all this. And I can't film inside. I couldn't film inside there now. That just drives me bonkers, my friends. Oh no, you can't. Yeah, I can't. I can't film because it's copyrighted. Oh Jesus, it pisses me off, my friends. Pisses me off big time. Anyway, here's a nice motorbike there. Right, let's go for a cup of tea somewhere, a cup of coffee. Right people, I'm finishing today with a chicken salad sandwich and a pot of tea here in Kay's in Jervis Shopping Centre. Then I'm heading home. So hope you all enjoyed that little trip to Stoneybatter and around to Arbor Hill Cemetery, which I was never in before, and I enjoyed the whole experience. Hope you did, and I'll see you in the next video, my friends. I have no idea where it's going to be, but it's going to be from somewhere, so stay tuned, won't you? Stay tuned, please. And press the notification bell. That'll tell you when my video is uploaded, okay? So, yeah, that's it from Stoneybatter and Arbor Hill, right? And I'm going to tuck into these sandwiches and a tea now. So, see you all in the next video. Bye.